about the unity, there's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple, bringing knowledge and fire at reality simple, reality simple. My black people, it's all about the unity, there's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple, bringing knowledge and fire at reality simple.
I had a conversation with brother. He said to me, he said, "Minister, they always made us see black people as ugly people in the jungles of Africa." Listen to his words to me. He said, "But then I began to study, and I saw that some of these great Egyptian pharaohs, they were beautiful people." He said, "And so I went," he said, "to my friend Spielberg and David Geffen and others, and I asked them, would they help me to produce a movie on the lives of Africans to show black people how really beautiful we are and were." He said they turned him down, and he said he decided he would do it himself. It was Hollywood whose first movie. What was the first movie? The Birth of a Nation. How did it portray us?
In what appears to be the internet's latest and greatest hoax, a whistleblower who claims he worked for the Department of Defense purports to have leaked Michael Jackson's final phone call before his death, during which the pop star voices his fear of a government conspiracy to murder him. Robert Connors, about which no information can be found online, claims he worked with the Department of Defense for 20 years after serving in active duty campaigns in Iran and Vietnam. The whistleblower goes on to claim that he was involved in Operation Sedgwick, an offshoot of MK Ultra, which revolved around the control of the African American population and the urban youth through music. During Michael Jackson's alleged final phone call before his death, which we're going to play in a minute, the pop star warns of a plot by powerful forces to murder him via a staged drugs overdose. Quote, "It's not the government, it's more than the government," the voice on the clip states during an alleged conversation with Jackson's former manager, Dieter Weisner. Connors threatens to release more audio and videotapes concerning Operation Sedgwick unless authorities come clean about the program by September 23rd. The whistleblower's body language in the clip does not lend itself to authenticity, and although the voice on the audio recording does sound like Michael Jackson, the scene feels scripted and acted out. And like all good internet hoaxes, the story plays into viral conspiracies about the gang shooting of hip-hop icon Tupac Shakur and the use of rap music as a form of mind control. Speculation that Jackson was killed because he was about to expose the Illuminati's control of the music industry, and that this was also the reason behind the child abuse allegations leveled against him, has also raged on fringe conspiracy forums for years. And in 2002, Jackson gave an anti-music industry speech during which he held up a sign which read, "Sony kills music." So why am I even covering this if it's almost certainly a hoax? Well, I just find this whole cultural phenomenon of the internet hoax fascinating. You know, we've got so many verifiable, documented cover-ups, corruption and conspiracy that we can manifestly prove. And yet somehow people aren't that interested in the tangible. They seem to be more interested in the mysterious, the theatrical, and are even willing to suspend their own disbelief simply to revel in the allure of the murky conspiracy. So this supposed whistleblower has threatened to release more audio and video within a week. Question is, you know, is he doing it for notoriety? Is this some kind of advertising gimmick? Is it just for fun? Or how about if I throw in an even bigger conspiracy? We've all heard of Cass Sunstein and cognitive dissonance. Is this another example of the establishment baiting people with fake conspiracies so they become distracted from actual cover-ups? So bearing in mind that this is almost certainly a hoax.
For those of you that can see this video or hear this audio, I just wanted to make you aware of what's going on. I feel if I disseminate this information, I may actually get a night's sleep. I'm showing my face, and I will reveal my name for my own protection. So if something were to happen to me, you know it was not an accident. My name is Robert Connors, and I have served with the Department of Defense for over 20 years. Prior to that, I served active duty campaigns in both Iran and Vietnam. I have served my country with honor and distinction. My record speaks for itself. As an ex-DoD operative, it was my duty to protect the Constitution and mitigate foreign and domestic threats in this country. I joined the department to create a safer world for my children and now grandchildren. Unfortunately, the last decade of my career, I have seen and been a part of one of the biggest threats to this great nation and its citizens. In March of 1994, I was brought in as Director of Communications for a project called Operation Sedgwick, formed under President Ronald Wilson Reagan in 1989. This program was the second stage in the project called MK Ultra. Its focus and sole purpose was the control of the African American population and urban youth through music. Yes, you heard me correctly, through music. I have in my possession a series of video and audio recordings detailing the existence of this project. My division was ordered to destroy all documentation and archive footage. I, in good conscience, could not. This is the information that the American public, along with the families involved, were told bold-faced lies about. From the first-degree murder of Lassane Parish Crooks, also known as Tupac Shakur, to the evidence of influence of entities well beyond this federal government, beyond this world, will be revealed in these tapes. To my friends still at the department, please, I repeat, please join me. For the Bible says, whoever knows the right thing to do is, but fails to do it, for him it is sin. I can no longer live in sin. So, I am giving the Department of Defense until Monday, September 23rd, to do the right thing and disclose this information. If they do not, I will release these tapes to the media outlets and into public domain via YouTube. And to show I'm not bluffing, I will release Michael Jackson's final phone call on the eve of his death. Mr. Jackson's phone was being tapped, and he is speaking of a government conspiracy to murder him. I know this video and this channel will probably be deleted, So I urge you, please save, download, and re-upload everything that I release for freedom of information's sake. God bless you. Thank you for listening, and God bless you all.
What's wrong, Michael?
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people that want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore.
I don't understand. What do you mean? Talk to me.
I can't talk about it over the phone. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel in my soul, only God knows, they could shoot me. They could stab me. They could frame me and say I overdosed you on drugs. They can do a lot of things.
Who could do these things?
It's not the government. It's more than the government. But I don't know, Tita. I don't care. They can take me. I don't even care my life anymore. I just want my children to be okay. My angels. I want them to be safe.
Michael.
I gotta go.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality's temple. Reality's simple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality's temple.